listen to my reasoning, but now I see you don't hear a thing. Try to make you see what you mean to me, baby. I know. Oh, no, say, baby, I know. Hello and welcome back to Andy's Cavern Boxing. How we all doing tonight, guys? Oh well, I hope. Well. Saturday night, 25th of October. We have Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley's heavyweight clash, which should be quite a good fight, I think. I think most people are kind of looking forward to it. Who's going to win? Well, I think Parker's the favourite. Though I would say Wardley is somebody we should never write off. You bet against him at your peril. He can pull a rabbit out of a hat anytime with that power he's got. But then you've got to ask yourself, who's the biggest puncher that Fabio Wardley's been in with? I think we had this debate one night, Jerry and Jamie and myself. And I think Jamie said David Adelaide, which I probably agree with. He's probably the biggest puncher that Wardley's been in with. Wardley has been, I don't know if you would say rocked, he's certainly been stung by punchers you would probably consider to be lighter punchers than Joseph Parker, though at heavyweight they all punch quite hard, eh? Excuse me. He's got that nose issue. He's got that scar tissue on his nose. It seems to open up every fight. I don't know if there's any way he can get any plastic surgery to repair that. It always seems to open up just about every fight he's in. Though I don't think he got a chance to open up with a rematch with Fraser Clark, because it didn't last long enough, did it? Bang, out and around. Fraser Clark with that horrible injury, didn't he? His dislocated jaw. He seemed to have been rocked a bit even by Hooney, Fraser Clark, I would say, in the first fight, and maybe even Nathan Gorman. Now, I don't think you consider any of these guys big punchers at world level. Now, when you look at who Parker's been in with, he's been in with Zhang, Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Andy Ruiz Jr., Derek Chisora, all big punchers. Some people might say, why are you saying Derek Chisora? But if you ask Usyk, I've seen him asked who hit him the hardest, and he said Derek Chisora. Dave Allen sparred just about everybody as well as fighting quite a few of the top guys. And Dave Allen also said Chisora hits the hardest. So there you go. That's what these guys are saying. Who am I to argue? I wouldn't want to hit with any of them. Knock me into next week. So it's been billed all or nothing. It's a fight Parker didn't have to take. He could have sat about and waited to get a shot at Usyk. And he's probably, you've got to say he's the most deserving guy a shot at Usyk. Maybe Ajit Kabayel would be the next guy after that, I would say. So, the winner of this fight is going to be fighting Usyk. So I believe Usyk's team have said that already. So early part of next year, the winner will get a shot at Usyk, who's coming back after a back injury or something supposed to have had. So what's going to happen? Personally, I think I've got to favour Parker. And I think I also said in that video, when we were discussing who is the biggest puncher Wardley has faced, and we said Adelaide, but what's to say Joseph Parker can't knock Wardley out? As well as being more skillful, Parker, he does carry a decent dig. And he has the ability, as we saw again in the Wilder fight, and in the Zhang fight, to follow a game plan set by Andy Lee, who is, you've got to say, one of the top trainers in world boxing today. And he's always nice and calm. Parker's a calm guy too, so I think that'll pay dividends in the fight, a certain calmness. No, like in, was it Fury's corner against Usyk? There was kind of drama, too many people shouting and that. But I've noticed Parker's corner with Andy Lee at the helm, it's always calm. So that's got to be a benefit as well. A cool head is a bonus in a storm, isn't it? So let's see what happens. But I certainly think I'm going to go with Parker on stoppage win over Wardley. I'm going to put my neck on the line and say a late round stoppage for Parker. Probably maybe 8 or 9 rounds. Maybe a wee bit later. I think it's Wardley, you can't. I don't think you'd have to nail Wardley at the canvas. I can see Wardley being a bloody mess after getting his nose, that gash in his nose opening up again. And I can see the referee rescuing him at some point. Under fire on the ropes. Or either man could be dropped in this fight. It could be you might get a good bet saying both men to be dropped. Though I'm not sure if Wardley's actually been dropped, has he? I've seen him hurt, but I've not seen him dropped. But Wardley's last fight, he came in at 243, 243 pounds against Fraser Clark. Parker, he went from 247 against Zhang to 267 against Bakole, who was even bigger, wasn't he? He was massive at that fight. Came off the sofa after however many weeks or months out of the gym. Came at 48 hours notice, I think it was, wasn't it? But he took a gamble, it didn't pay off, did it? But when they said Parker's weight, I expected him to be a bit bulky, but he looked pretty ripped. Just a big, solid unit. So that could give Parker possibly extra power. He's a way bigger fighter than if you look back old videos when he fought Andy Ruiz Jr. or Anthony Joshua, he's way bigger now. Could be a couple of stone heavier now than what he was then. So it was 267, I think that's just over 19 stone, isn't it? So it's a big guy, big strong guy, and tough. He's a good all-round fighter, Parker, isn't he? He's got power, he's got decent skills, decent jab, fairly durable. It's only Joe Joyce, I think, that stopped him. And I think he claimed he had flu or something before that fight, so there might have been something in that. So that was probably Joe Joyce's last, was that his last win? Or last good performance anyway. Yeah. He's kind of disappeared off the radar at the moment, Joe Joyce, isn't he? But a lot of folk are calling him for him to shouting for him to call it a day, aren't they? But we'll wait and see. At the end of the day, that's up to him, if he's passing medicals and people are wanting to see him fight and people are paying him to fight. What can I do? I can only comment on it. So, for me, Parker by late stoppage. That's my prediction. I would have probably done this video tomorrow night, but I'm going out tomorrow night, so I thought I'll try and get ahead of the game and do it tonight. But we'll see what the way in at. I do expect Parker to be heavier than Wardley. Parker's also got decent hand speed as well, and decent footwork, so we'll wait and see. Wardley's quite quick, and he's quite unpredictable, Wardley, isn't he? He's got a kind of unorthodox style. He didn't have a big amateur career. I think he only had 4 white collar fights, so he's done very well. You could probably call him an overachiever to where he's got at the moment. And if he doesn't get any higher, that's no disgrace, but there'll come a time when once the titles get fragmented, when Usyk eventually retires, if he does retire, as you see in my last video, I think he said he's planning fighting on till he's 41. And I don't doubt for a minute his ability to do that, because he is so disciplined, isn't he? Alexander Usyk, he's certainly a one-off. He's the man at the top of the tree, and let's see if he can remain there. I believe he probably can, without much doubt. So I think that's all for this one. Parker late stoppage. I'll put £1 on the weight rounds. Maybe 8, 9, 10, something like that. See what happens. But I think whatever happens, it'll be a good fight. I don't really mind who wins as long as it's a good fair fight with a fair result. I don't want any controversy, but it might go the distance. Sometimes fights you expect not to go the distance do go the distance. So as long as the judging's fair, if it does, we don't want any cries or robbery or any of that. But you never know, maybe £1 on a draw. I've probably won more bets with draws than any other way, but we'll go no, we'll not be sitting on the fence. We'll go with Parker late stoppage. So that's what I'm saying. So and don't forget, like and subscribe. Andy's Cavern Boxing, and I might have a few surprises coming for you over the next week, so watch this space. We'll wait and see if it comes to fruit. Okay guys, it's good night from me and good night to you. Cheery bye.